were the country to recognize the need for a classical liberal constitution, yet also want to keep most of the current federal government, how would you frame an amendment to accomplish that end? So just give us the amendment. It's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to sort of basically lock in all existing institutions but not go further?
You vote against it, but what would you read? What would just draft it? What would it say?
I don't even know what I'm supposed to achieve, so it's very difficult. If I want to draft the classical liberal constitution, I mean, the question is how it is that I would do this today. I would have an amendment in several parts. And what I would try to do is to pick the 3 or 4 things that I think are the biggest weaknesses in this area and say they don't do it. So I'd have a clause which says commerce shall not include manufacture, agriculture, mining, and so forth. And I would say that property includes the protection of not only the exclusive rights, but the right to use, dispose, and so forth within the limits of the common law. I would introduce a doctrine of unconstitutional conditions, which says the government may condition various exercises of constitutional rights only on those things which, if they occur, they could block under the definition of the police power, which appears in the 4th section, which essentially leads it to the 3 things that I talked about before, which is nuisance on the one hand, fraud, various kinds of situations, and monopoly. And if you put all those things into place, I would not grandfather existing institutions. That would do it. I mean, the point to understand about this is it's a long book, but the reason the book is long is not because the theory that I want to have is beyond the capability of expression in a short compass. It's because the number of mistakes, in my judgment, that have been made over 200 years, you have to do it. It's not credible, I made the decision, to write a long book in which I said, here's what I think is right, without explaining why I think all this other stuff is wrong. And so it's not an impossible thing to do. You've got to get somebody who's willing to do it. I regard TED, and the sort of general distribution of people, as being wildly more sympathetic to my general views than the median person out there in the political or constitutional space, which gives you some idea as to where it is I'm sitting out there.